me know if this sounds familiar. Perhaps at one point this week, you raised your voice over something that really didn't matter. A spilled cup, some untied shoes, some homework that you've explained how to do 4 times, or some toys left in the living room that you've told them to clean up over and over again. And perhaps for just a second, maybe just even one, you heard your father's voice come out of your mouth. Not his, but yours. So you don't pass down a father wound on purpose. We never do. You pass it down by doing nothing about it. See, that wound you're carrying, it's not staying in your history. It's already writing your children's future because you're choosing to not deal with it. I'm Tony Rivera, and I spent a career in the U.S. Army, 8 combat tours. I know how to shoot, move, communicate, and lead men while under fire. But see, when I came home to Mel and our 5 kids, none of that training would teach me how to lead my household well. I thought providing meant handing over a paycheck and ensuring that LES was squared away. And I thought that protecting meant a locked deadbolt on the door and perhaps a little something in the nightstand. See, no one ever really pastored me well, so I had no clue on how to pastor them. So if you bear with me over the next few moments, I'm going to show you 3 formation wounds, keeping Christian men silent and passive in their own homes. And I will show you the exact shift from an insecure producer to a spiritual pastor of your household. And I'm going to give you the 3 tactical moves that you can make before you go to bed tonight to alter the trajectory of your children's lives. Sounds like a deal? See, if there's a gap between the man you are behind closed doors and the leader God called you to actually be, I need you to go and get the 30-day 3P field guide. The link is in the bio of this channel as well as in the pinned comment below on this video. Go grab it. It's 30 seconds. Download it free. Grab it and join me back here. All right, let's get into this. Most Christian men are running on what I call the phantom father effect. So you grow up without your father's blessing and you spend the rest of your life auditioning for that approval somewhere else. Work gives you that. Clear metrics, performance reviews, promotions, and a feeling of competence that you can actually point to. Home life doesn't work that way. Your wife's heart and your children's hearts don't come with an operational checklist. So when things get heavy and awkward and difficult at home, you retreat to what's measurable, your 80-hour work weeks, and you tell yourself, you know what, I am providing, right? I'm supposed to do that. Meanwhile, your living room goes to a spiritual darkness. See, when stress hits your house, whatever is unhealed within, that's what's going to get exposed. So you'll stop being the thermostat and you'll become the thermometer. You get the difference? You'll start to reflect the chaos that's in the room instead of managing it. Your wife gets stressed and then you get irritated. Your kids start to get loud and then you scream. Let's own it plainly. That's an unhealed father wound running your household from far shadows. Psalm 78 verses 5 through 7 declares, He established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which He commanded our fathers to teach their children, that the next generation might know them, the children yet unborn, and arise and tell them to their children, so that they should set their hope in God and not forget the works of God, but keep His commandments. Also in Malachi chapter 4 verse 6, and He will turn the hearts of fathers to their children and the hearts of their children to their fathers, lest I come and strike the land with a decree of utter destruction. Fellas, I need you to notice the father's heart turns first. Not the teenagers, not the little kids, not even your wife's. Yours. God didn't put this responsibility on their shoulders. He placed it squarely on ours. Breaking a generational curse is not an emotional feat. It's a tactical decision that we must take to absorb what's happened to us in Christ so that it stops at your front door instead of following you through it. Here's what you need to hear. Yes, it happened. Whatever your father did or didn't do, see, that's a comma, not a period. The question is, now what? Are we going to look back and continue to overanalyze what was or what wasn't? Are we going to cry over spilt milk and use those wounds as crutches? Fellas, I would challenge you not to. Let's work on the counterpunch. Let's cut the umbilical cord and upgrade to solid foods. Move out of the house that your father built for you and step into the one that God called you to build. Your family doesn't need that version of you checking constantly in the rearview mirror. They need you, the full you, here, present tense. So lock in. Here's how this works. In practice, tangibly, the 3 P's. We're called to provide, protect, and pastor. First, provide. Provision is direction, not just in dollar signs. 1 Timothy 5:8 demands forethought and clear vision of where your family is headed. Sit down with your wife this week and ask her straight, what's the emotional climate of our home? How are things really running? And where are we leading our kids over the next 90 or so days? What are we doing about this? Second, protect. Protection is guarding and managing the gates. Monitoring what enters your kids' minds through screens and guarding your home's peace against your own uncontrolled anger. You can be the biggest threat to your own house's peace. Guard against that. Third, pastor. Fellas, this isn't just for the suit at the front of the church. You don't need a seminary degree for this. A pastor brings his family to God in prayer and brings God's blessing back to his family. I had the privilege of baptizing all 5 of my children, and I tell you, it was one of my greatest joys. But I tell you, they didn't ask me to do this because I had it all figured out. It was because God called me to stand in the gap and shepherd my home, and it was something that they witnessed in me throughout their life. Your kids don't need a perfect father, but they do need a father who repents fast and owns it when he blows it. You need to step out and lead out front anyway. One of the reasons I'm building this Wolfpack community is exactly for this, fellas. Because men don't break these patterns alone, standing in a bathroom looking at themselves in the mirror at midnight. You break them with other men who've done the work, who are still doing it, are standing in the trenches alongside you shoulder to shoulder, and we will stand with you to hold the standard. That generational line changes the moment you decide that your past does not get to write the rest of your story. Stand on the wall, cover your wife and kids, and pastor them. Live with intention, lead with character, and fellas, serve with purpose. If that hits you straight in the feels, right in the strike zone, I need you to go ahead and download that 3P field guide. The link is in the bio and pinned comment of this video. Provide, protect, and pastor. That's the whole framework. It's free. Go get it now. See, this channel is for us, fellas. This isn't for vanity views. This is for men who are done going through the motions and who are ready for real change. Go ahead and subscribe, come back, bring your brothers, and I will see you on the trail.